mean by advanced is that I'm going through some of the things that a lot of people won't know about this system. Now, this system is Windows 8. It's actually Windows 8 Pro, but if you don't know these things, you should listen to this video. And yes, I'm 12 and a half years old, but I've had tons of experience with this, and if you don't believe what I'm saying, look it up. Here we go. Now, so this tour is going to be on Windows 8, Windows 8 Pro specifically, and this tour will be covering the start screen, zones, the charms bar, desktop, live tiles, file explorer, and lots of other things, and Metro versus desktop. So let's get started. So the screen you have right here is the first screen you'll ever see if you're on Windows 8. This one right here. Not this. So this screen is called the start screen. What this is, it replaces the start menu. If you don't know what the start menu is, I'm going to run Chrome for you. I'm going to look up the start menu. Now before Windows 8 there was Windows 7, which had the start menu. And the start menu looks something like that. Let's just wait for it to look like that. Looks something like this. These icons were in a different spot, but that's what it basically looked like. But now in Windows 8, there's the start screen, which is full screen, and it's completely redesigned. The start screen is supposed to replace the start menu, but really it's meant to replace everything. In Windows 8, the start screen is the star of the system, even though start screen's a little annoying sometimes. First, let's go over what these little switchy things are. The reason they're switching is because they're live tiles. These things are called tiles. They're live. That's why they're switching. For example, if we were to open Finance, we can see this is the Finance app. We can see that there's a new news thing here. Means that it will show the new news thing here, and it will also show another news thing after a little bit of seconds. So it switches between updates. Now, let's go over how to customize the start screen. And before we do that, though, we gotta go over the difference between Metro and desktop, because you won't know what the PC settings is. So, desktop is this. This is the desktop. In case you were wondering where the desktop is, it's right here. Anything that's on here is desktop. For example, this File Explorer, computer, control panel, anything like that is desktop. So when we see that, all of this stuff is desktop. So anything with a taskbar is desktop. Get that? And any window with a close button or any of these two buttons means it's a desktop window. If you see any window that has those buttons there, it's a desktop window no matter what. So, Metro, on the other hand, is anything like this. The start screen is Metro. Let's say we open Internet Explorer Metro app. This is Metro. A way to identify a Metro app, there are no close buttons or anything. Nothing like that. The only way to close it, there are multiple ways to close it. One way is to pull down. Pull down all the way. And you'll think it's not working, but it does work. You just gotta keep pulling. And then let it go. If you had an app open again, you can pull it just halfway and then move it like that. then you can have that app open. You can go to start screen and open another app. And you can see the other app open, and you can do that. This thing right here, what I'm doing right now, is called snapping apps. And you can close it and make that full screen and close that. Let's go over another way to close it. Close an app. You go up here. Each corner, by the way, each corner of Windows 8 is called a zone. It's a zone, so it's a zone. You can do different actions from the corners. Top left zone, you can click it and click whatever previous app you were in. Previous app I was in is desktop. Previous app I was in is Internet Explorer. Previous desktop. It's just whatever previous app you were in. If you go up here, hover over without clicking, just drag your mouse down without clicking, remember. Then it brings up this, and then you can right click that or any app that's open and close. So that's another way to close an app. But guess what we just did? We closed a desktop. And how is that possible? Because in Windows 8, the desktop is considered a Metro app, even though it's not. But let's open Internet Explorer again, which actually was already open. Another way to close it is to go down here to the start screen. If you're already on the start screen, it'll lead you to the previous app like that. But if you're in any Metro app, including the desktop, it will just lead you to the start screen. And that kind of makes sense, because in the desktop, that's where the start button was. And in the desktop in Windows 8, the start button is missing. Got rid of the start button. Just have to hover over it and click. Go back into Internet Explorer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the top right zone, and just like we did over here without clicking, we're just going to move our mouse down, and it's going to bring up this bar here. This is called the Charms bar. Just check how much time I have left. Okay, so that, and you can access this from any app. Right now I'm going to do it from Internet Explorer. No, I'm going to do it from the desktop. I'll do that later. So this is the Charms bar. Right here. And no, you cannot do anything with that thing. No, you can't get to it. Search. You can see all the apps that are installed on your whole computer. You can see all the Metro apps you installed, or all the desktop programs you installed. To uninstall a Metro app, you just find it, right click it, and click uninstall. To uninstall a desktop program is the way you probably know already. Go to Control Panel, uninstall program under Program, right click it, uninstall. And Programs and Features in Control Panel is a desktop program. Let's go back into Internet Explorer. And yeah, and if you click it, it'll do that. We go in the Charms bar, we can also see Share. As we can see, we're on the home page with MSN. So if we clicked Mail, we could share a link to somebody. We can share this link with somebody. And that share window or thing varies depending on what app you're in. For example, if we were in Internet Explorer, it would do that. Let's say we're in Games. If we're in Games, we might be able to share. Yeah, there's nothing to share. Why can't it sign in? Here it goes. Now let's close it. So you get what that share does. Now we have Start. That'll just lead us to the Start screen. If we're already on it, just to the desktop or whatever previous app, I'm guessing. Devices. We'll just see the devices you have. And Settings. Now this Settings window depends on what screen you're in. For example, let's say we're in Internet Explorer. Settings. It's Internet Settings, Internet Explorer Settings, Internet Options, for example, like that. About Internet Explorer, see that. Help. You can see Help for Internet Explorer. You can see Permissions. So you see what that does. close it again. Yeah, that can be really annoying, the methods of closing. Windows 8 is a little annoying sometimes. And if we're in the start screen, we can see start tiles. So we can see our tiles here. We can see help. So start screen help. And down here, this never varies. This is the same no matter what one you're in. For example, we're in desktop. That's the same here. So like that. Let's say we're in desktop control panel and it gives desktop settings, which are all desktop programs. You can see that here. Personalization. So this is desktop personalization. There's no way to personalize anything Metro in here. This is the classic personalization thing. This is where you change the theme and desktop background. Hold on. We gotta see how much longer. Okay, still a bunch of time. So, personalization PC info will lead us to system properties. You can see get more features with the new edition of Windows. And I bought Windows 8 Pro, so if you want to activate it, you have to buy it. And I'm not giving you illegal product keys, so please don't ask me. If one of them slipped online before one of the videos, fine, and I'd like you to tell me, please. And maybe I let you see one when I was younger, but I shouldn't have. And I'm not letting you see any more product keys if I did. So please don't ask me for product keys. So this is activation. Settings. And help will lead us to Windows help and support. It's just a desktop program. This is Wi-Fi, any internet volume. Brightness, which is unavailable because this is a desktop PC. Notifications, if you want notifications on and not power, you can restart, shut down, or sleep. And keyboard. Now a Metro app is one of the Metro apps is called Change PC Settings. It's actually called PC Settings. But this is this. And that will lead me to customizing the start screen, which is Metro. And by the way, Metro is now called Modern, but I still like the sound of Metro, so I'm going to call it Metro. So in PC Settings, we have a bunch of things that we would have in Control Panel, like Windows Update. But we also have Personalize, which these things you can only customize from here. You can't customize those in the desktop program. Like the lock screen we can change, which I don't really want to. Start screen, you can change the look of the start screen. I'll do that for you. So we can change the texture. You can see it changed. You can change that and go back to the start screen. That's very funny. Those colors kind of babyish, but yeah, that's what it looks like now. You can change the colors too. Change the texture. You can change it to green. All different colors we can do, but I prefer it just the way it was, like that. Users, we can add some users down here. We have a bunch of users already in here. Switch to a local account. Right now I'm in a Microsoft account, so it's signed in with my Microsoft account online. That would copy all of my stuff throughout any computer I use. That is a Microsoft account. And if we click that, it will let us sign into a different account, change account picture, lock, or sign out. I'm going to lock it. This is our lock screen, if anybody knows what that is. Lock screen, we're going to log in here. Okay, so that was our lock screen, and now, I hope that recorded. So, let's go through a few Metro apps, and not a few, I'm going to go through all the ones on this list. At least try to see what they are. Mail. Please don't look at my mail. This is Mail, the mail app. We can eBay, recipes, Trulia. So these are our inbox, Internet Explorer. This is the Metro app of Internet Explorer. This is the desktop Internet Explorer that we all know. And it's Internet Explorer 10 that comes with Windows 8. So that's Internet Explorer, the Metro version. This is the address bar on the bottom instead of the top. You can search Google for something. How about Windows 8? Flip ahead so you can go to the next page by clicking forward. Let's turn it on. I'm going to open Internet Explorer again. As you can see, that was Internet Explorer. We have an app called Store, which was also added in Windows 8. Since Windows 8 has a lot of internet related things like the Microsoft account, you can sign in with that instead of just the local account, so it's cloud connected. It also added the store, kind of like the App Store on iOS and macOS. You can download apps. 8.1 is an update for Windows 8, which I'm not going to download yet, and probably will sometime. Windows Store updates right there. You can download some apps here, and if you're wondering, where's the search? Well, of course, like we learned before, Charms Bar search, and we can search the App Store. So let's learn, I was reading that, let's learn, oh, I said it again. Let's search, Evernote Touch, I have that. Evernote Touch. And there we have it. We have our searched app, and yes, I own that app, if you want to see it. I gotta go to Start Screen. Gotta search, and we can click Evernote Touch right here. And this is my Evernote Touch app. And this is not a touch computer, but Windows 8 is touch-based. It was meant for touch screens, even though it is compatible with non-touch screens. So we have a bunch of apps here. There are quite a bit of apps on the Windows Store. You gotta make sure they're compatible. If it says this app can't run on your PC, it's not compatible. Updates, you can install updates there. App updates there. You can download as many apps as you want if you have more space. Gonna check time again. Okay, still have 25 minutes about. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go in Bing. Let's see, that's our Bing search app. So that's just like a little mini web browser. Calendar. Calendar, we can go back in time basically. We can see all our events here, add an event. Maps. And this always, here it is. And here we have our maps. Bing Maps. SkyDrive, which if you install the app update, it would be called OneDrive. The reason I installed most of them, but I didn't install SkyDrive. That was one of the ones I didn't install. And what was the other one I didn't install? I thought that was the only one. That's weird. Let me see. Oh, Photos. Yeah, that app always wants to update, but it never updates ever. I tell it to update, and it doesn't update. I don't know why. But yeah, if you get that and you just can't update, don't be surprised. It's not just you. But yeah, I didn't update SkyDrive because I wanted it to still say SkyDrive with this video. So this is SkyDrive. It would say OneDrive with you though. Travel. I'm not gonna open that because it's gonna. No, I can open that. I was gonna say since it's not gonna work, but it should. Here it is. People. It's like a contacts app. Photos. So here are your photos that you have on here. SkyDrive photos, pictures, library, devices. Games, Xbox games. This looks the same as it did when Windows 8 first came out. And yes, I did update this app. They just haven't changed the user interface. Not sure why. They should have. Camera. There's no camera on here, so this won't work. So you connect the camera because there's no camera. messaging. It's like a messages app. Finance. Oh, I didn't show you that. So we can scroll. I like the design of this app. It's kind of nice. I like the design of Windows 8 altogether. I just wish it wouldn't be so annoying. I love the user interface of the system. Music. Again, this one hasn't had a new user interface. Although right here, video does have a slightly new one. They still should have been a little newer than this. But this they wanted you to update. It's darker. That's what it's different. You can see this is bolder. See that? But this is Xbox Video. It used to be like lighter, like that. Weather doesn't work on here. Don't ask me why. I'll show you if you don't believe me. See? At least that's that for me. You still don't know why. And I did update that app, so I really don't know why. This is the sports app. See, sports. I like the design of that one too. Desktop, of course, this is the desktop. And news. We've gone through all the Metro apps on here, so let's go to the desktop. How much do we have left? 22 minutes. We still got a lot of time. Good. So let's open File Explorer. We can see here we have libraries. That's what it opens up to. I installed the SkyDrive desktop app. If you did not install that, you would not get this folder. Right here, we can see, and yes, I did install Windows Vista. This is a dual-booted computer. Yes, I did. I'll do a Windows Vista tutorial. I'll actually do it today, right after I do this. How do you like that? But, yeah. This is this here. And we can see, right here we have my computer, not my computer. And we open C drive, we can see Windows. Let's go in System 32. So this is the system folder. Let me find a file. How about character map? Let's use that one as an example. I like it. Shows all the characters, the fonts. I think it's pretty cool. Mom, I'm still filming. Because I guess YouTube will hear it. Sorry. So we can see character map. Character map. And see help pane. This is for EasyVid right there. Users. These are all your users here, but you don't have to dig into there to get to your user folder. System reserved. You don't want to go in there. On your devices, this is the disk. You can make the window full screen. Go back, forward. Notice, if you notice carefully, you can see that arrow there. Study it carefully. It's the same arrow with the circle around it that you find in lots of Metro apps like this. I use that same arrow there. I kind of like that arrow actually. It's nice. Put the circle around it. Now, if we're going downloads, you can download this theme called Aerolite, which makes up Windows Server 2012 kind of. Has that taskbar there. It's interesting. Start screen stays the same though. I think the Aerolite's theme kind of cool. And as you can see in Control Panel, this bar on the left here, the applet, it has no texture or color. It's just a white bar. It's kind of interesting. Ooh, I don't have much left. So we can uninstall program user accounts. This is another way to do user accounts. And you can make changes to my account PC settings right there. Will lead you to the Metro app. Is there any Metro apps open still? Just wondering. Nope. And if you drag down and nothing comes up, that means there are no Metro apps except the one, your desktop right there. Time right there, we can change date and time settings. Additional clock, we can change time zone right there. Change our time zone here. What else was I going to go over today? Let me think. I can take a look at the start screen while I do this. Oh, I was going to go over signing in. No, I can't sign into a different account because that's going to stop my little video here. So, I guess that should be it. I just felt like there was something else I was going to go over with you. Oh, I was going to help you disguise this Windows 8 PC as a Windows Server 2012. I like disguising regular PCs as the servers. That's why I was going to show you Arrowlight. So we're going to go in Arrowlight. We're going to download that first. It's easy. Just look it up. You can find it. We're going to go in Chrome. Yeah, I have an old version of Chrome just for fun. And no, I won't update it. So let's see this for a second. So you know what I did to do that? I went in here and I deleted update. It's actually kind of easy. Also had to do a Regedit tweak, but yeah, it worked. And so let's download once the Arrowlight themes. We're gonna download Windows Server 2012 wallpaper. Let's just find it. 2012 R2 will do too. You can always edit it if you want just the 12. Oh, this one's a 2012. A little small though. What am I gonna do here? I think I'm just gonna find one of them. That one's not the one I want. No. What can I use? I guess that's alright. I'll edit it in Paint though. I'll show you how to use Paint really. So I'm gonna open it with Paint. And I'm gonna just put this here. I don't know why it shows that there, but alright. Set it as our desktop. And as we can see, our taskbar is colored a different color, so let's personalize color. We change it something along those lines, but it's a little more green in it, so let's make it like that. It's a little too much green, like that. So we can see now it really looks like Server 2012. If you really want to go even farther than that, we can go in the change PC settings, and we can change the start screen color to this, and change the background to that. As we can see, it really looks like Server 2012 now, doesn't it? It's so cool. The way it's just so easy to customize it like that.